Hi everyone, welcome back to Dave's Whiskey Reviews. Today we've got mystery review number 12, I think. This is again a sample picked from my collection here by my wife. We finished with my friend's samples that he sent me. So we're back to the stuff from my collection here. In terms of the colour, this one's looking like a gold, mid gold I'd probably say. Not quite getting into that kind of dark gold territory. In terms of the viscosity, it's looking like it's not too high. Doesn't look like it's going to be a massive strength. Probably something closer to 46% maybe. Okay. This one is quite natural, quite a natural whiskey, malty. Really very malty, and actually even though the colour is quite reasonable, the nose suggests that it's quite young actually. There's a bit of sort of spiritiness in there. Yeah, and quite light. I mean, it almost seems like some kind of, it almost seems like it's got some grain in, so perhaps it's a blended whiskey. It's that kind of lightness, that hit of that spiritiness. That's what I'm getting from this. Not a huge amount of complexity either. There's possibly a bit of apple and a bit of lemon, but it's mainly that kind of spirity hit that you're getting, and there's not really much else behind it. Got a bit of maltiness, but yeah, that's the taste. So it's very soft to start off with, lacking a bit of power actually. It's not just checking the viscosity again. It's not big whiskey, probably around 40%. Again, you're getting this kind of maltiness, a bit of orange, like orange marmalade perhaps. But there's something really lightening it in there as well. I have a feeling it's grain whiskey, which is making me think this is blended because that combination of the maltiness and that lightness. There's maybe a bit of chocolate in there as well. Maybe into the finish. Yeah, a bit of bitterness coming through. I have a feeling I know what this is because if it is what I'm thinking, I've had this many times. That's the other thing you're getting from the taste, is a bit of heather, just a touch, but it's all quite light. So yeah, back, I don't even know, 2 years ago, something like that, I had a bottle of Highland Park 12. I had about that much left in it, and I had a bottle of VAT 69, which my dad gave me, but I absolutely hated it. I thought it was awful stuff, way too much grain. So what I did is I added the Highland Park to this VAT 69 and put it in a decanter, and I've just been adding things to it every now and then as well, and I have a feeling that's what this whiskey is here, because it's got that lightness of the grain, it's got a bit of maltiness coming from that Highland Park, and that touch of sort of orange and heather as well. So that's what I'm going to go with. Ralphie calls that a Solera bottle, where you're sort of just mixing things from your own collection together. Go and check out his videos, they're really good on his Solera bottles that he's done, and there's various other people who've done them as well now. I've got two. I've got that one, and I've got another one that I only add malt whiskey to, higher quality malt whiskey. And this one's sort of the cheaper one that I have. And I actually have this quite often as a warm-up whiskey as well. If I'm doing, if I'm having a tasting, that I'll, if it is what I'm thinking anyway, that I would have that as kind of a warm-up for warming up my palate. So we'll find out here with the reveal whether I am right, or whether I'm horribly wrong. Okay, so I was reasonably close, but I wasn't right. This is Kenmore 5-year-old Special Reserve blended whiskey from M&S, Marks and Spencer's. So this is only available in the UK, specifically with Marks and Spencer's, the supermarket. And they have this as their kind of Scotch blended whiskey that's quite cheap to buy. They actually have an age statement on it, which I think is really good. 5 years old, 40%. So it was a blended whiskey. I was right with that. So that's quite good. That's quite encouraging. And actually, it's In particular, even though it's for M&S, the people who've done it are Burn-Stewart. And Burn-Stewart have the distilleries Tobermory, Bunnahabhain and Deanston is the other one. And you're getting maybe some of those here. But yeah, it's a reasonable whiskey, I think, for what you're paying, because I have a feeling this one's quite cheap. But maybe not my favourite blended whiskey. No, I'm quite happy with that though. Quite happy with what I guessed there. But anyway, thank you very much for watching, and hopefully see you next time.